Hey everyone, I'm Bill. I'm with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the garage, and welcome back to the MT-03 build. First of all, I apologize it's taken so long to get where we are with this build. It's not that I don't want to build this bike, it's just that I have so much stuff going on right now and so many different projects. The MT-03 is just one of them, but today we're going to be putting a little work into the MT-03, and we're doing a simple mod that I say is one of the best aesthetics and one of the nicest modifications that you can make to your bike first thing off, and that is levers. Now, levers make your bike obviously look better, but they're also for the adjustability. These levers on the MT-03, zero adjustability. So we're going to be putting a set of Vortex brake and clutch levers onto the MT-03 today. And we're gonna put a chesty cam on and just go full on. Zero cuts through it. It's gonna take us about 5 to 10 minutes to put these levers on. It's simple. You basically need two tools. You need a 10mm socket and a 10mm wrench, and we're gonna pull off our brake lever and our clutch lever and replace them both. So without further ado, let's get these levers on and show you just how easy it is and how much better it looks with these new fully adjustable Vortex levers. All right, so first thing we're going to do is unpack all of the pieces from the packaging. Remember, we've got our clutch lever. I always put them out on which side of the bikes they're going on. So our brake lever's on this side, which is where the brake is, and the clutch lever's on this side. So this is our clutch side, this is our brake side. So first what you're going to see is first out of the bit is the lever. You're also going to receive a perch. This is what the lever is going to bolt to, which is also going to bolt to the bike. And then you're going to find this little spring inside of this Ziploc baggie. And don't lose this spring, and make sure that this spring gets on there. Now, I'm kind of working over a little towel right here because first thing we're going to do on both of these is we're going to remove the little nut, pull out the little bolt, and our little bushing is going to come out. So now we've got our bolt, bushing, and nut, and our lever. And you're going to see in the lever, you're going to see that there's a little spot right here for this spring to go in. Okay, see that? And you're going to notice on this end, once we identify which side we're putting in, so we're going to say right in here, you're going to see where the spring seats. So it's actually right there is where the spring seats. So you're going to go here, and you're basically just going to put this thing right in there. Okay, so our spring is under our thumb. And first, actually, before we go that far, make sure that your bushing, please make sure your bushing is in your perch. Push that in. So we've got our spring, our bushing, nut goes on the top, just like so. So now we can let go because now we've just got to get the nut down here on the bottom. So nice and easy. So once we've got that kind of locked into this little holder, then what we can do is we can get the Allen wrench. This is probably going to be a 3mm, and get that tightened up. So before we mount it, we're going to tighten it at the very last bit. So lever 1 done. And then again, remove the nut, remove the bolt, bushing, spring goes in right here. You can see where the, let's see, yep, spring goes up right in there. So you can kind of see that. And then you're going to see spring goes there. And then we're going to need our bushing. Bushing goes in here. And now we can push it all together. So now we've got the perch on there, and little tricky. Make sure you don't let this thing fling out, because if you do, then the spring will fling out. So let's get this thing worked in there. Come on, little buddy. There we go. So we're going to put that in, screw this in, and then we're going to get the same size. I believe, again, it's 4mm, and then get those tightened up. So now we've got our brake side and clutch side. All right, so you guys are going to probably also find this in the Vortex package. This little plastic piece is what's going to go over the little nut. So when you tighten it down with your 4mm, it actually keeps the nut from twisting. So you can get these nice and tight. You want them nice and snug enough that everything is correct, but also tight enough that this is keeping this adjustment tension on the perch. So basically what we're seeing is this spring keeps the adjustment on from the perch. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten both sides down. And again, we just wanna get it just snug enough that that works on our perch, okay? So now that we have them put together, all right, so now we can put that aside. Now we basically are going to be removing the old one. So we're going to take our 10mm socket and we're going to go underneath here and our 10mm socket up, or our wrench up top. And basically we're just going to be loosening this. So it should be fairly easy. And once you get to a certain spot, you can put that down and you'll see that the bottom nut is going to come off. We're going to retain the use of the bottom nut, and we're also going to retain the use of this top nut. So this top nut is going to require us to unscrew it. So we're going to grab our little 10mm. And it's basically going to unscrew from the perch. All right. Now on stock levers, what you'll notice is that the perch and lever are all one, okay? So as I pull this off, you're gonna see basically we're gonna pull one piece off and replace it with the new lever, okay? And you can see they basically look identical, but this one has the adjustability. So now we're gonna head back over here. We're gonna slide the little knuckle here into the piston right there. And then we're gonna set this bolt right in and work it in. So make sure it's, and then start to get it tightened. All right, so now that we have that nice and tight, you can see our lever is basically fully functioning. You can see that this is a little too tight. So you can see when it bends back, it stays back. So we're gonna get this loosened just a teeny bit. And that is gonna be just simply probably a half a turn on this. Grab our little piece here, throw it on the bottom. And like I said, probably just a half turn. And that's what we want, all right? So now we've got our nut for the bottom, so our final piece, and we're gonna go ahead and thread this on the bottom of the nut that we already tightened in, and get it tight. And once that's tight, you're gonna see the top one move just a teeny bit. And that's a lock washer, so now you're good. That's it. And you're gonna see the levers kind of got that spring to it, and now it's adjustable, so you can see it's adjusting to different lengths. So depending on where it's adjusted for your hands. So let's head over to the clutch side, and clutch is a little bit more difficult, but not major. So let's go ahead and grab our tools and head over there. All right, so the clutch side's a tad more difficult only because we have the clutch cable. So for this side, we're gonna be using our extension with our 10 millimeter because at the bottom of this bolt is basically our bolt that's holding our lever. So we're going to go ahead and pull that nut completely off. Now, this top one, it's got a little square up top. So you're gonna see, once we get it removed completely, you're gonna see how that kind of sits in there. So, all right, so we've got the nut removed. And now this little bolt, so we're gonna set the little nut right here, and you're gonna see you can push this bolt right up and out. Now, remember when I was saying there's a little square, so you see that little square retainer that is in there to keep that bolt from moving when you're tightening it, okay? So you're gonna pull out the lever, and you're gonna notice that when you pull the lever out, okay, that there's a little space on this side, so if we flip it over, that we can pull the lever and the cable out just like that. So what I do is flip it over and the cable should come out, and that's kind of it. We're getting rid of this and put on the new lever. So just like how we pulled the other one off, we're gonna grab our little clutch cable, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the lever upside down and snap that right into there. And then we're gonna thread it just like that. See where I'm going? Then we're gonna flip it over and presto, right in it goes. Now, one thing I did notice is that look at that. Sometimes they require you to use the same perch or the same bushing. So Vortex did not supply us a new bushing, so they want us to reuse the bushing that is in here, so that's easy. So we're gonna put that bushing into the new lever, slide that bushing and lever in, get it a little bit seated in there. So we're basically just trying to line up this hole, okay? Now we can throw our bolt in the hole, okay? And rotate this bolt. So this is gonna be a little finagling to get that bolt to sandwich in there, because once you've got it sandwiched in there, there we go, and rotated, okay? Now the bottom nut is gonna thread on, so careful with this one, and thread it on. Grab our little socket, hand tighten it until it's nice and snug. And you'll notice that once you start to get it snug, the lever's not gonna move because that top bolt is there for you. So that's it, snug, and our lever is there. We got the spring, and that's it. We've just completed, in about 10 minutes, a new clutch lever, fully adjustable, and a new brake lever, fully adjustable. So now we can get on the bike and see, now we've got some adjustability for our levers. They look way better, okay? And now they work a little bit better for our hands. All right, so like I said, it's about a 10-minute job. There's not much to it. And now we have brand new levers for the brake and clutch, adjustable for your guys' hands. So if you guys got larger hands, you may want this clutch lever to be out further. If you have smaller hands, you can adjust them in. Now this is great for our household because I've got bigger hands than Bogna, so I can adjust them out. And then when Bogna rides the bike, she can adjust it in. And then the aesthetics of the thing. I mean, let's just face it, the looks of these are way better than your stock lever. I mean, look at that. Now these are the standard links. They're not the shorties, but you can see they're just a tad shorter than the stock lever anyways, but just so much nicer. Now, one of the downfalls that we've got is obviously on this side, we're hitting our mirror. So that's fine. We can adjust that mirror to be up. There we go. So this is where the mirror is going to have to be locked in order to use these bar end mirrors. So there we go. Adjustability. Perfect. And 10-minute deal. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a quick one. Hopefully informational. That's what we're trying to make it. But we've got some other things going on tonight, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and then ring that bell notification, because the bell notification is going to notify you when we put rear sets on this thing. That's up next, so stay tuned. But thank you guys for watching. The MT-03 build is back in the swing of things this winter. I'm hoping to be able to get this thing fully built by spring for track day season, because I want to take this thing out at Thunderhill West, the small 2-mile track. So stay tuned, but thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next video. Bye guys.